Jordan.
Okay, we're live.
I'm gonna stay muted some because Rio's singing.
I got you. It's all right. I was gonna wait
So
on
what's up? How's
third, but
everybody's
you
day
know,
going so
third.
far?
Good, man. Good. We're just waiting on third, man. You know, like I was telling 79, he's trying to be Kai from that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Anybody watching the football game today or no?
Oh
No, I
yeah,
didn't
for
know it
sure.
existed until earlier. I got on my sports book and they were trying to get people to bet on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely.
Arizona versus Carolina. It's the Hall of Fame one. They're playing it up in Ohio.
Oh, the Canton game, the Hall of Fame game. Yeah.
Yeah, the
It
Hall
was
of
like
Fame
the
game. Yeah, it's
Panthers
like a
and somebody else, wasn't
preseason,
it?
you know.
Who was it? The Panthers and the Saints,
The Arizona,
Cardinals.
the Cardinals. Yeah, the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Okay. Man, I really want. Yeah, 30 to hurry up, bro. Because I want to know what he thinks of this before. Because I was gonna start off with a banger of a topic, and you really get us going. Let me call him real quick.
Oh, third in his 3 a.m. Hot take.
Yeah, I think I was
I'm
telling 79, man. He ain't even ready for it.
I'm in the box. I don't get in the Boxaholics chat very often at all, but every time I go to like my DMs or something, it says third is typing.
Oh,
That's
third's
true.
in all the
That is
time, bro.
true. That is
Yeah, it
true.
says third is typing every time I'm in there.
Yeah, third's in there. If he's not at work, uh, then third's in the box college chat, or we're on the phone. Like I'll be calling third, dude. I'll be calling third at like 1 or 2 in the morning until the answer. What's up, boss?
So we're live right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just talking to my nigga third last night. Oh, this morning I should say like at 1 in the morning too. That boy's always awake.
I know, man. That shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I'm gonna turn you up a bit, Andres. You're like a little bit choppy.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
I got you. Try talking now. Okay. Fine.
Man, there's a fight that for whatever reason they have these random Brit fights. They have some dude named Billy Pickles on the books available to bet on, but they don't have the Zuffa card available to bet on. It's weird. But I seen this one fight on there. Go to your book real quick if you can, Zach.
Okay.
It won't let me exit out or it'll kick me out of StreamYard.
What is it on? Saracen, FanDuel, what?
FanDuel. Saracen has everything.
Yeah,
Uh, but
crazy.
it's on
Oh my
FanDuel.
god, it's making me update, bro. Who's the guy that's in the Discord that's fighting? What's his name?
Why am I forgetting his name right now? Now that I'm on the spot. He's put
So
some
basically,
sparring
Andres, we know the
videos.
guy that's in our Discord, and he's fighting in a pro card. Where is it? Is it in the UK?
Yeah, it's in the UK, and he's available to bet on.
To be sick. I'm gonna fucking put something on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's plus money.
Third was a college football player. Did y'all know that?
What?
Yeah. His dad was he played pro basketball overseas also. I think he played in Japan. I guess what he told me. Let's see. The guy,
The fight you're looking for, the favorites of minus 450. I just forgot how to pronounce his name. Are you typing or something, Zach? The stream sounds like a campfire or something. It's crackling. Yeah, I can't hear anybody. Hold on, let me refresh it.
Here, check my voice real quick before I respond to it. Oh, he left. It might be him. What happened with Devin Haney versus Keyshawn, bro? That's what we're gonna get into, man. That's what we're gonna get into.
It's dynamic. Faith is in the building.
Yeah, that's Brennan.
I know.
Yeah, third man in the ring's got to get in here, man. Because I
Oh,
got to know what he thinks about it. That was gonna be my
drop
first topic.
drop the link in case Brennan wants to join.
Yeah, Brennan, if you want to join, man, you got the StreamYard link right there. It's in the comments, and you can join in and talk with us, man. Waiting on third. Well, we can go ahead and get into it now, actually. That was going to be my first topic. What happened with Devin Haney versus Keyshawn? What do you think about this, Andres? What do you think about this move from Keyshawn Davis? And then we'll get into Shakur after that. Oh, there's third. There's third.
Yo. What's going on, man?
Let's see. I think it is the stream quality.
Let's see this
Very-
new mic.
it's
I
either
got
that
a
or
new
79.
microphone right here. So let's see.
This is why I can't turn the camera on. She'll get in the way. She wants me to start the show.
That's cool. Let her live her life, man. Okay, third. I was waiting for you on this, man. All right. What do you think
Wait,
about
is there like a
this
delay on
Keyshawn
here?
Davis move? Are y'all getting that too? Man, don't tell me StreamYard is fucking up right now.
Yeah, there's a delay on here for me.
How bad is it?
Like I'll say something and then like 2 seconds later, I can hear my own voice and then I'll hear y'all talk on here. It's like it's weird.
Let me try this.
Is that better? Is there less of a delay now?
Okay, I don't hear a
Yes.
delay.
Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay, third. Let's get into this, man.
What's going on?
Sean Davis move.
What happened?
He got offered $3 million, pretty much. I've heard it's worth 2.2, 2.3 to $3 million. This fight.
Wait, hold on, bro. This
Passes it up.
delay again.
Yo, what happened to the volume?
Whose volume?
Not
Is
yours,
that my
but
mic?
everybody else's.
I can hear you fine, third.
I can't hear third.
I can. Let's see.
Let me refresh my shit.
Okay. Yeah, this StreamYard shit, man, it'd be bugging a lot. I gotta find a new platform to do this on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, let me add 79 back.
I can hear him.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. All right.
Yeah, that's
Now-
weird. It's like a delay on here. Like I'll say something like an echo. That's weird.
Is it still like that or is it fixed?
All right, Devin Haney versus Keyshawn.
Yeah,
I got Devin Haney.
versus Keyshawn. Well, that's what we're going to get into. I mean, it's obviously not going to happen now. So, I mean, what do you think about this move? Some people say it's a business move. Some people say it's a duck.
Maybe it's both.
Tim Bradley called it one of the most historical ducks of all time in boxing. And it was because basically of the rollout. Because Keyshawn had made it his whole thing like, hey, look at me. Like, you know, put out all the videos of the Debo stuff, the Friday skits and everything like that. And that's why Tim Bradley's calling it the biggest duck in recent boxing history, at least.
There's more to it than that, than why it's the biggest duck. I mean, so They made him the mandatory. They wanted it.
Yo, can you hear me now? I'm back.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I was trying to talk to y'all, but I don't think I could hear me.
they made Keyshawn the mandatory and not Shakur, even though Shakur holds the WBO at 140. So that makes no sense. That's just boxing for you. So that tells me Shakur don't want to fight. He don't want to. So Keyshawn steps in. They make him the mandatory. He makes it like, oh, I can't wait to fight him. And then he said, no, I'm not doing it. What Keyshawn has to understand is that he already messed up the bag one time when he missed weight against Edwin De Los Santos. When you miss weight and you cost your promoter money, they're not going to give you more money in the future for a fight. Does he deserve $5 million for this fight? You can argue he does, but he's already fumbled the bag before, so they're not going to put as much money on him because he's a liability. That's why he's only getting offered $3 million.
Right.
I like that
No,
take.
I mean, I agree with everything that was said there. I mean, I don't think there's much more. And so we were talking about it today too. Me and 79 were on the phone about an hour ago. I hardly ever agree with Showbiz the Adult. Like, not a big fan of his. Well, he's been a big Shakur supporter over the years and everything like that. He's got a ton of interviews with him recently and everything. And now he's completely threw him under the bus, like, because he's too big, or he can't figure out what weight class he wants to fight at. So he'll fight O'Shaquie Foster only at 135. Or no, sorry, he wants to fight O'Shaquie Foster now at 140. He wants to fight Muratalla at 135, not 140. He wants to fight Devin Haney at 144, not 147. But he wants to fight Connor Bennett at 147. 79 said he wanted to fight him at 154. My whole point is we don't know what weight class this motherfucker wants to fight at. And 79 brought up a good point last time, too. In the last live he was in, Shakur being with Zuffa, he's only going to have two choices. He's either going to have to fight at 135 or 147, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I think me and Third were just having this conversation too.
Yeah. So I mean, what's y'all's take on it? Y'all can go.
Well, some people were saying Dana White was just gonna, and Zuffa were gonna be like, yeah, go ahead and do a catch weight. But in his last press conference, they asked him about catch weights. They didn't say anything about Shakur. They just said catch weight, and he said, I hate catch weights. We don't do catch weights.
I don't like catch weights very much. But what do you think about this, Third? What do you think about this whole deal? Is it just two ducks? Or what? Go ahead, Andres. I think Third's doing something.
Can you hear me at all or no?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, bro. I haven't heard Third
Oh.
in a little bit, though.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe he's pondering.
Actually, me and Third were just talking about this. Me and Third were just talking about this. I think the other day, and I think we came to the agreement that Shakur just doesn't know what he wants to do. He wants to have like an easy fight to make himself look elite, but he doesn't want to challenge himself either.
Yeah. You try talking real quick. I don't think we can hear you. Try rejoin it, so X out of it, and then rejoin back in.
To answer your question, Dynamic Faith, Keyshawn said, I'm not going to fight Devin Haney for the amount of money they offered, even though, like I just explained, he probably deserves $3 million for what he's done in the past. He's ruined fights and he's costed his promoters money before. They're not going to give liability more money than they deserve.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I think if he never missed weight and he was actually locked in, he would easily deserve the $5 million that he's asking for.
Yeah, I thought. I thought they were not even going to give him $3 million. I thought they were going to give him $2 million, and that's all they were going to give him. So I honestly thought they were being a little bit generous. I mean, at the end of the day, Devin Haney took that Kambosos fight on short notice for like $1 million when Kambosos got $10 million.
Now I got a lag on y'all. I can't hear y'all.
Okay. Man, what is up with StreamYard they took.
StreamYard is
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah, it's Bud. Okay, third man of the ring's back. Oh, yeah. Okay, try talking now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. So we've said what we got to say on this. What do you think about this, man? What do you think?
Yeah,
about
this StreamYard is acting crazy today.
Yeah, it's just bad.
But what were y'all asking me earlier? Maybe I don't. I think it's working now.
What do you think about the Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney situation that's been going on?
Man, I think that Shakur is using Keyshawn as like a pawn, kind of like
I agree.
he's
That's what me and
he's
Barry
using
said,
him he's using him as like a distraction, if that makes sense. That's what I told Andreas the other day.
Dynamic Faith says Keyshawn's gonna get humbled by Abdullah one of these days. Boy, I hope so. Bro, I love me some Abdullah
Keyshawn's
Mason.
gonna get humbled by Abdullah. You know,
Hey, that's a man right there. He would have took that fight with
Hey.
Devin Haney for $3 million.
If he was at the right weight, yeah. If he
What was
like
that?
at 140.
Abdullah Mason would take that fight. If you know, what I mean, I think if they offered him at 147, he'd take it even now.
Abdullah.
I don't want him to fight Keyshawn like right.
I would want him to fight Keyshawn for sure, bro. I thought it was gonna.
I think it's too early.
Conference and everything. I thought they were setting it up, you know, because they were into it and everything. And then like me and 79 thought it might have been like kind of, you know, Keyshawn trying to bait a little bit and maybe make a beef where there wasn't one, you know, type deal.
They did not want Keyshawn to act like that. I know they didn't because you can see how off guard they're caught from it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back. I don't know what happened to my stream. It just kind of glitched out on
You're
me.
cool, bro. It's this fucking platform.
By the way, I'm doing all this Keyshawn Davis criticizing, and I'm like the biggest Keyshawn Davis fan ever. That's how I know he's messing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, I think Keyshawn Davis really fumbled the bag here, and I honestly think that he didn't believe in himself that he could beat Haney. Because if he really did believe himself, then he could have taken the pay cut, and then he really could have
built his name. I mean,
exactly, he could have built his name.
Haney at this point.
Exactly, like you know, the next few fights, he could have got the David Haney kind of money. He could have got the Brian Garcia kind of money. He could have got a bigger bag. All he had to do was just take one pay cut and then make a bigger bag.
I mean, look at what happened. I mean, I know that y'all may not remember this. I know me and 79 do, but like when Kambosos beat Tio, I mean, there was a lot of buzz around his name, and he was arguably a kind of a bigger name than Devin Haney was at the time.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, and like so, Devin Haney took the risk. I'm sure that a lot of people did. Oh, Michael Dempsey's in here. We got 5 people in here. Let's go, man.
Devin Haney took that fight for $1 million.
Yep.
What's up, Michael?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing, bro?
We're just talking.
What's going on?
Talking about this Keyshawn Davis and Shakur not wanting to fight Devin Haney.
Yeah. Hey, I'm from the Instagram chat. I just want to say, what's up? I've heard some really solid points and arguments made. But is anybody on the panel on the opposite side? Do they think that Keyshawn Davis made a good decision for his career by not taking the fight?
I think there's an argument.
I personally think he hurt his career.
It depends, man.
Take this. Okay, go ahead, 79.
It depends. I mean, this is what happens. We see nowadays, especially a fighter will duck and they can still make a comeback, but that is going to be up to their promoter. Are they going to still put all that money behind him? If the money is gone, Keyshawn Davis's career took a dent. If not, then he should be fine.
Yeah, that's I sit on the side of I am a professional boxer, so I do know a little bit how the business goes, and I don't think that this was solely Keyshawn Davis' decision. I think the amount of money allegedly that Jay Prince is taking out of his checks, he would have walked away with nothing for this fight. I think Keyshawn Davis was confident that he could beat Devin Haney, but I think he also had in the back of his mind that this is a fight that he could lose. This is not a fight that is a guaranteed win. So the amount of money he would have walked away as an advisor, I wouldn't advise him to take that.
Well, that just tells me one thing too. That tells me one thing, that he knew that fight was risky enough where he was gonna have to make X amount of dollars, maybe $5 or $6 million. That way, everything's taken care of. Because if he loses, I mean, his stock goes down. It don't go down as much as people act like it would. But when you lose your O in this sport, everybody just acts like you're garbage and everything. But I feel like Keyshawn Davis is good enough. It wouldn't matter if he lost. I mean, look at Devin Haney. Devin Haney lost the no contest and everything to Ryan Garcia, and look where he's at now. And that was a
Yeah.
big fight, like it or not.
Yeah, but Devin Haney went undisputed before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he lost to Haney, it wouldn't really matter too much, since Haney is actually one of the top names at the moment. He's a top guy. So I don't think losing to Haney would really affect him too much, as he's still kind of young. It was just anything. It was just kind of like furthermore his career. Like he can get the experience off of that.
At
Yeah.
the end of the day, we just want to see the best fights and everything. And really, there's a guy that me and 79 watch a lot and talk with. His name's 3D Boxing, and he's right about one thing, man. There's not enough money for people to take risks anymore in boxing, it seems like.
Yeah, what
That's
happened
true.
to that
That's
turkey
true.
out of the sequel? What happened to that?
He's been putting on bullshit fights. That's what's been happening.
It's that
He
brain
lost
tumor
money
shit
on
he's got going
Canelo.
on.
Yeah, why the hell would we want to see Canelo fight? Some of the fights that we've seen him fight in the past. His last fight and then this fight coming up are the most intriguing fights he's had in 5 or 6 years or more. And he's nearing the end of his career at this point.
Yeah, as a big Canelo fan, I kind of agree with you on that one. He really should have been taking still all these top fights, even these past couple years.
See, but he'll be trying to convince you though that he's fighting the best competition available. You're telling me Jaime Munguia and John Ryder and all these people are the best available fighters?
That is
When
true.
you got
I think wasn't John Ryder one of his mandatories?
Yeah, but like he can obviously pick and choose his mandatories and everything. I mean,
That is true. Yeah.
he's sitting there for 3 years with David Benavidez as a mandatory and doesn't do a damn thing about it.
You
That
know,
right there was a super fight.
Demetrius Andre was his mandatory too.
Yeah.
yeah, Canelo. This is what I would say. In defense and kind of against Canelo. Canelo has one of the most decorated resumes in boxing. And the middle of his career, I think he definitely has earned his spot in the sport where he's at today to kind of pick and choose his fights. What I don't agree with is him not fighting David Benavidez. Now I understand why, the size difference, the talent. He knows he can't do nothing with him, but I think that would have been a great way to end his career rather than losing to Bud Crawford. I think the David Benavidez loss would have been more understandable and like a passing of the torch. Losing to Bud is kind of like you lost to a smaller guy, and now that's always going to be another stain on his career.
Mm-hmm. I think part of it for me was just the level of excuses that came and how it didn't make sense. Like, first he said he doesn't fight Mexicans, and then he goes and fights Jaime Munguia. Then he says, "Oh, he's too big," but then he calls out a cruiserweight years ago. He calls out a cruiserweight, goes up and fights Sergey Kovalev and
He didn't go to cruiserweight, did he?
Too big. He challenged a cruiserweight. It was It was either Badou Jack or Noel McKellian. I think he might have challenged either of them at cruiserweight. Third, can you talk real quick just so we can see if we can hear you this last time?
Yep. Can you hear me? Testing.
Yep.
Oh,
got
to
you.
hear
I
you
think I
now.
fixed it. I think I fixed the problem, so I should be good.
Okay, good deal. So we're talking about Canelo right now, man. What do you think about Canelo's career and everything like that? Because we're
Man,
talking about ducks and everything, right? But
Man, to be
Michael's a
honest
good
with you,
argument there.
bro, as far as Canelo, I'm kind of mixed on him because really the David Benavidez situation is kind of what
That's
like
exactly what
turned
Michael
me
said.
off of Canelo's career. I like, I used to be a big Canelo fan. I still am. I still believe in him. Now, I don't think he's gonna beat Christian and Billy. I think and Billy's gonna upset Canelo. But as far as his career, he's beat some big names like Michael said, he's beat Amir Khan, he's beat Kovalev, you know what I'm saying? Triple G, but most of the guys that he beat, they've been like older, out of their prime, honestly. He did Doug
They're
Demetrius
names, but
Andrade. I will give you
yeah.
that too.
Mhm. But the thing is with the Canelo thing too, he's got names on his resume. I'll give you that. But if you look
Yeah.
at it and everything, and then he's got some BS fucking scorecards and everything over the years.
Oh
Number
man.
one.
Tell me about it.
Number two.
He robbed Lara.
He robbed Lara.
Mhm.
That's one of Third's guys. He loves him some Lara, man.
Yep.
But a lot of these names are like way past their prime, or they're like everybody already knew that Khan's chin was gone by that point. Everybody that like Cotto was near the end. All these people were at the end, and then like
I forgot about
Sergey
Cotto.
Kovalev fight, you have to give him credit for the knockout, but Kovalev was winning the fight until the knockout. So, but you can't really say much about it because he knocked him the fuck out.
Nah, facts, bro.
So, it's the thing. The main thing I'll say about it is, it's fine if you want to do whatever you want in the sport, right? It's fine if you get to pick and choose your fights and everything like that. But don't ask me to respect you and say that, hey, I'm taking the best fights possible. I'm beating the best people possible when you're clearly not.
And we learned that with Benavidez. Like we've been calling for that fight for forever and a day. He still ain't
That'll
fought
never
Benavidez,
happen.
bro. Even after he lost the Bud, we gave him the benefit of the doubt and like fight Benavidez. He still won't do it. Like I don't know what it is.
It'll never happen at this point, bro.
Never. Yeah, I doubt it too. It'll never happen, bro.
I don't even doubt it at this point. Like, I know it. Like, that shit's crazy.
Man.
Okay, I think Michael's muted and 79 was muted also. Y'all's on mute button. Yeah, okay.
Man, I'm getting tired of StreamYard stuff, man.
Wow.
Yeah, StreamYard,
79
man.
device back on. Yeah, this StreamYard, bro. I gotta find a different platform. But we're gonna try to push through it anyway. Did y'all see? I told 79 about it. You see, Filip Hrgovic, I think, actually dominated the face-off today with Moses Satama.
He ain't dominating that ring.
Hrgovic's not a slouch, bro. But yeah,
No, it'll be his best fight, but he's gonna get knocked out.
I pick Atama to win that fight, honestly, but it's gonna be a harder fight than what people expect.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna steamroll him like
Mm-mm.
doing to the other. It'll take him 5 or 6 rounds. I bet. I don't see him going out there and just icing him. I know Hrgovic gets hit a little bit, but
He gets hit a lot.
well,
Dubois was landing his right hand on him like a lot in their fight. That's how he got knocked
yeah,
out.
but he also was giving Daniel the business.
Was giving Dubois, yeah, he also was landing on him too. He was giving him a very good fight. I think he was winning that fight damn near, wasn't he, up until the knockout?
He won the first 4 rounds from what I remember, and then I don't know, maybe he gassed and Daniel Dubois just took over and knocked him out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I think Atama's gonna get him out probably about round 7.
I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to a decision. I could low-key see this being like a 7 rounds to 5, 8 rounds to 4 decision for Atama. I could see that because Hrgovic is good, man. He's good.
Third, bro.
Nah, this ain't gonna be a split decision. Nah.
Third's
no, sir.
a majority.
Yo, I'm back. For some reason it keeps kicking me out.
What's going on?
What's going on? Out, bro. I think it's just this platform.
Yeah, something keeps kicking me out. It's just I can't hear you at times, and I can't hear nothing at all.
That shit's crazy. We were talking about who do you got in the Hrgovic and Moses Satamba fight. Hrgovic dominated the press conference today, or the face-off.
Yeah,
I mean, who would you take in that?
I don't know. I think that's gonna be a good fight. Honestly, I don't know who I'm picking yet.
That's actually good. You know, I'm a firm believer. I don't really. I may lean a certain way, but until it gets to the weigh-in and everything, dude, I've swapped my opinions on fights the way they go off of weigh-ins all the time, and it usually goes in my favor.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's an old school way of looking at it, but I mean, I think it works more times than it doesn't.
It does work because that old school mentality is, hey, is this guy showing up prepared? And that's something that's underrated nowadays. Everyone's just like, oh, no, this guy beat this guy, so he's going to win. No, if you didn't take that camp seriously, you may not win that fight.
That is true. That is true.
That's true.
I mean, I just fell victim
That's
to
true.
it, dude. I mean, look at what happened with Delo Santos and Rayo. I mean, I'm not saying that was a weigh-in thing, but like we were going off of what Delo Santos looked like in the past. You know, we paid for it as far as our predictions go.
They said that Mandela Santos had like cancer or something, though. I thought like he almost died.
He had I think he had blood clots or something, like a serious condition like that.
I didn't even know that until like 10 minutes before he walked in the ring.
Yeah, I'm just finding that out right now. I didn't even know that until like right now.
Yeah, it's crazy the stuff that they'll hide from you and everything, huh? It's like this, you know, we talk about this all the time, bro. Like, it is absolutely blasphemous that you don't know who the judges are or anything like that going into a fight. It's absolutely blasphemous. You don't know the referees going into a fight, and they say it's to protect them and everything, but nah, it would influence betting and everything heavily on sharp people and everything.
That is true. That is very true.
Hell, it influences betting against us, though, that we don't know that shit.
Michael, if you're having trouble, just X out of it and then come back in. I think it's worked for Andres and third.
Yeah. I have to keep exiting out and then coming back in for it to work.
Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, I think it's horrible that we don't know who's. I mean, like you're gonna know who refs every NFL game. Like this whole sport is different from any other thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's what makes it the most corrupt sport in the world. Like,
super corrupt.
I do think sports do be corrupt a lot of the time. So
yeah, but I mean, is there any more than boxing? I mean, I've seen it firsthand live and everything, man. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's unbelievable what happens in this sport from amateurs all the way up, and there's no repercussions like at all because like there's no interviewing judges after fights. There's no interviewing referees after fights. Like, why are these people not held accountable? If I made a mistake at my job, I would be held accountable for it.
Indeed.
That's true. That's true.
That's very true.
What do y'all think is the biggest robbery that y'all seen in in any sport really?
And last weekend, Quentin Randall won freaking 9 rounds, and they were saying that the other guy won 10 rounds.
Yeah, we possibly seen the worst score card of all time last weekend. Quentin Randall was in a close-ish fight. I thought he won 6-4 or 7-3 against Raw Curiel, and it was kind of a lower level fight. Like, not really to like real like hardcore fans, but like it was lower level to like a casual watcher and everything like that. But it was a 6-4, 7-3 fight. I had it for Randall. 79 had it wider for Randall, and there was a 10-0 card for Curiel. When I'm telling you that card, if you watch that fight, that card was worse than the two worst cards I've ever seen in my life. And it was the Adelaide Bird 10-2 Canelo card against Triple G, and the other one would be the 6-6 draw for Canelo Floyd. That card was worse than both of those cards, and that is saying a lot considering that I think that those are the worst two cards I've probably ever seen.
I, as a big Canelo fan, I can sit here and tell you that that card against Triple G was a really bad card. I don't think Canelo won that fight by any means, but I could understand a draw. I could also see Triple G winning the first fight.
I had Triple G winning the first fight. It
I had
wasn't
Triple G
wide,
too.
and I had the Canelo and Triple G second fight a draw, and then Canelo in the third fight. Like how I had.
I mean, I don't think we counted the third fight at all, but the second fight, I
Yeah,
do think Canelo took the fight.
Yeah, I had
I
that
took the
first
second fight.
fight, 7-5 Triple G, with meaning I could see a draw and with swing rounds. And I mean, I can see it. Honestly, it's either a draw or 7-5 Triple G. I can't even see somebody swinging 2 rounds the other way. I could see maybe 1 round, and that was the I think the 7th or the 8th round. I could see that being a swing round when they were both going back and forth. But Triple G, it definitely had ring generalship and landed the more important shots.
Yeah, no,
That is true. I
I
think
completely
for
get behind that.
in that fight for both of them, it was just the fact that they couldn't get a knockdown, and they were taking they were throwing the like their biggest shots, and they couldn't get a knockdown, which is what kind of messed with their head a little bit for both
Well,
fighters.
also too, if you want to get into the corruption side of it, I'm not saying that the second fight, you could maybe swing it toward Canelo, but like you have to think in these judging, like especially if you're putting money on it and everything like that. In a close fight, it always seems like they are going to give the nod to a fighter that they think is either got more potential than the other guy, or like they can make them more money in the future, pretty much.
That's true. That is
Oh
true.
yeah, they do that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Hmm.
Trying to build
and
up a fighter's future.
well, I mean, they knew that Triple G was nearing the end anyway, so why
That is
give it
true.
to Triple G in that sense? Because it makes Canelo's stock go down ever so slightly, even though it probably wouldn't have done much to it, but it still would take a little bit of a hit for
Yeah,
whatever
that
reason.
is
Whenever
true.
somebody takes a loss in the sport, I mean, it's just horrible, bro.
Yeah, no, I think Canelo's best loss is definitely has to be Mayweather.
And that's what like someone like Keyshawn got to realize, bro, is like people would respect him a lot more if he would take this Haney fight, and even if he got, I'm not gonna say if he got washed that people would respect him more, but if he fought him hard and it was like an 8-4 or something like that, I think he would get a lot more people that are like, damn, this dude took this fight, he's a dog.
Like he's
Hmm.
young, kind of inexperienced still, but he still stepped
Yeah,
up to the big stage and took the fight, knowing that he might not win.
Yeah, look at B Norm. I mean, Brian Norman Jr.'s career has gone up since losing to Devin Haney.
Nah,
That's
that's
Yeah.
true.
fact.
facts. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
Brian fought his ass off,
Andy
and
Hiroka and
obviously,
Gary
yeah,
Russell too.
Andy, bro. But
Yep.
the
Yeah.
thing is,
His stock
what's scary
rose
about
up.
these guys, what really sucks about these guys like a Brian Norman Jr. or Andy Hiroka or somebody like that is now, since they don't have a title, there's nothing that these guys that already have the belts want from them. They just know it's a risky fight, and so they won't take it. And then their whole defense is going to be like, oh well, he don't have a belt. I mean, there's people that duck people with other belts to even start with. So like, why the hell would you want to take a risky fight with someone who doesn't have a belt at that point when you could fight Joe Blow, who's ranked number 8, and you can beat him? I mean, there's got to be mandatories enforced in all these belt
They're
organizations.
not gonna do it, bro. It's like in that movie, The Great White Hype. They just found a random white dude and they just made him the #1 contender, and he never even fought.
And y'all got to pay attention to these box ref rankings and everything like that too. You'll notice they'll pull a guy up like who was the dude that Pacheco just fought? Emmanuel Alim, right? He was ranked like 42nd or something like that. And as soon as the fight was announced, they do the shit with Lomachenko too. But with Alim, he was ranked like 42, and as soon as the Pacheco fight's announced, they moved Alim up to number 8 in the box rec rankings and everything. So they're trying to make it seem like Pacheco beat somebody that's high tiered. And then right when Alim lost, he went right back down to like 73. They do this shit all the time.
That's
They don't know
crazy.
FOMO.
Well, then they'll do this thing where if you win, like they'll put you lower than you were before. Like Raiko Santana beat Steven Nelson, and they have Steven Nelson ranked over him. Still,
Not anymore. They don't. They moved Steven Nelson down. But yeah, I mean, there's guys like Raiko Santana that definitely deserve to be up there and ranked
okay,
higher,
I got another one for you. Tim Zhu is ranked over Bakram Murtazalia.
which is ridiculous. Bakram beat his fucking
That's
ass.
crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't even know. Which I mean, now Tim is moving up to 160, which I don't know if that's a smart move for Tim.
They've been
Oh,
spoon feeding.
who's getting chased by the police right now?
Oh, that's
Yeah, Cyrus.
yeah. I don't know. That's it. I live in the hood. Don't even worry about that. So you'll probably hear gunshots later on. It's all good though.
He said you're gonna hear gunshots later on.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. They'll probably just shoot at the ground.
Yeah, I don't know about this Tim Zhu move up to 160.
But who is he gonna beat at 160 though? Like you got Janabek, Laura, Carlos Adames. Tim can't
He stands no
can't catch any of
chance.
them guys. Like
He stands no chance. He went 12 rounds with Randown Earl Spence. Man, I'm the biggest
that's
Spence fan,
crazy.
and I'm telling you that guy was at 20% of his capacity. I actually got
If
to
that.
work with Derek James and seen Spence in his prime, and what Spence was doing in sparring sessions, and like the way that I can tell you right now, Spence is messed up. He should never step foot in the ring again. I'm glad he retired. Tim Zhu gets no credit for that fight. For
So you
me,
know Derek James?
I don't know him like I got a super big relationship with him, but I'm in communications with him, and I worked with him before.
So I got a question. Why does he? I've seen a video where they asked him about film, and he said, "Oh, I don't watch film."
That's a lie. I know Derek James watches film, but he does what he's basically saying is he won't watch a fighter. Like they're not watching fighters that they might fight until the fight is announced, and then he'll study film. Because I know they study film, but that's not like his biggest focus. His focus is more so what his fighter can do, but they study film.
So do you think a lot of these fighters, as a professional fighter, do you think a lot of these like I see this all the time. You'll see them where they ask them about film, like, "Oh, I don't watch it. I don't watch it." Do you think they're just saying that so like the other guy that they're fighting thinks they ain't watching film?
No, I think you got to understand with boxing comes a lot of pride. You got to have it. I think some fighters are arrogant and some fighters don't watch film, and you can tell. Like look at Fulton versus Foster. Who you could tell Foster was watching film, and you can tell that Fulton had no clue what like he don't even seem focused in boxing no more.
Well,
Yeah,
it
he's
seems
at the
like
local deli eating Philly cheesesteaks.
Man, I'm telling you, talking about he can't
That's
make that weight,
more
boy.
than
All that
anything,
fat on him.
I think I can tell. I can tell when someone doesn't watch film based on how they fail to adapt. Like when they have a common thing over and over again, where it seems like when they are thrown in with someone who's really crafty over and over and over again, that you can't adapt to different styles, especially. It tells me you don't watch film. And I see
So,
it a lot.
so you're saying like they
Crazy
kind of
because
adjust mid
most of
fight?
these fighters, they do what mid fight?
He said they can't adjust.
Yeah, mid fight.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, yeah. That's what I'm getting at, the adaptability and everything, right? And then it gets even crazier because like you'll see these boxers talk and everything like that, and like they have no idea about the history of the sport or anything like that. They may not even know like the fighters that are around them at all. Either that or they're just acting like that they don't. But like there's a lack of knowledge, especially in the youth in boxing. I've seen just like general knowledge type stuff. There's people that say that they don't watch any boxing; they just fight. And we go to people, we go to the gym with people that have no idea about the state of boxing. They could name you 10 fighters right now, but they fight and train hard. And I'm just like, how can you compete in a sport where you don't watch the highest level of it?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You got to look at the greatest ever to do it. In any era, they all study fights, right, whether they said they did or not. I'll give you an example. Terrence Bud Crawford and Bomac and that entire team, that whole game plan for Spence, when Bomac broke it down after the fight, though you can tell that they were studying and they were studying for a long time.
Sure.
They knew that Spence would only go to the body if he can get you close to the ropes. They knew that exactly what punch he's gonna overstep and reach on. And so you can hear Bomac in the corner when he got the knockdown. They practiced that 2-1 1,000 times in the gym. And what Bud did, if you go back and watch the fight before the first knockdown in the Earl Spence, he baited Spence. Every punch that Bud threw in that second round, Spence tried to get it back. So he baited Spence to throw a punch to the body. So he punched him right in the solar plex. Spence went to get his get back. He knew when he went for that jab, he'll overreach. And you'll hear Bomac say now, right before Bud throws that 2-1. Y'all don't believe me? Go watch that shit. He'll say now. And then Bud throws a 2-1, knocks him down. That's
I just thought, I picked Spence to win that fight, and I just thought, just because of the output, that it would just be too much like it was for everybody else. But it showed me something with Bud, and really it's with these, and it's kind of what Shakur did to Zepeda a little bit, because they're both output guys, right? If you neutralize the output, then you can win the fight. But if you throw in between them punches and you get their timing down and everything, but you keep your distance, you do your counters and everything like that, the whole difference is Bud just got way more power than Shakur does.
yeah.
Was catching him like
There's more differences than that. Bud is a better fighter than him.
But also, look, I give Bud all the credit. I'm a big Bud fan. Spence was not the same though. I think Bud would still have ultimately beat Spence. The fight wouldn't have looked like that. I mean, you got to think about it. Spence was not the same fighter, and either Tim Tszyu nor Bud, which are both big punchers, knocked him out. Yeah, Bud stopped him, but the ref had to come in because the beating was too bad. Like nobody wanted to see that. It could have got real bad for him.
Not gonna quit, bro. That guy was not gonna quit. Errol's a tough MF, bro.
Now the Earl that fought Lamont Peterson, that might have been a different fight. He was a lot more durable, and he had better feet. His balance was never the same after that car wreck. Even when he beat Danny Garcia, when he beat Ugas, those guys were just not as nobody wants to hear this, but they are not as talented. They weren't talented enough to make Earl pay for the changes after the wreck. Ugas tried to stand there and bang with him when he clearly could. He was countering Earl. And if Ugas stayed on the outside, could have won that fight. Danny Garcia, feet stuck in the mud, and was hoping for a Hail Mary.
That was all Danny Garcia's game plans anyway for most of his big fights though too. Danny Garcia was one of those. He's just in there. He's just throwing them freaking bombs and hoping to catch you with something. But that just shows you how good Errol was at one point, man. Like, you go into a fight with Bud Crawford and you're even odds with him, like, it's a 50-50 fight, and you already know that he's, suffered from the car accident and everything like that, and he's still a 50-50 with him. That shows you how good Errol was.
So,
Admit that they picked Errol and everything. I picked Errol 100%.
so you think the car accident affected him?
Yeah, it did.
He was never the same. His balance was never the same.
Yeah.
I think Bud would have still whooped his ass, but it wouldn't have been like that.
I don't know. I think that he had Spence had a lot more tools than he has now. Like what? Spence has a lot of tools. Like Spence could switch hit, which he just never used in the pros. I don't know why he stopped doing it. He could switch hit. He had good feet. He had a good jab. He had the best fundamentals. A lot of that stuff changed after the wreck. And then not just that, before the Bud fight, he got in another accident. and then the torn retina. So it's like when he fought Danny Garcia, he was fresh, but he wasn't as strong. Then he fought Ugas, and you could tell he was a bit more worn down. He did not have balance. He was leaning. Like, go watch that fight over. He didn't look as good as people remember just because he got the stoppage. He honestly looked bad. He could only fight on the inside. He didn't have good feet. He just was really strong and was able to break Ugas down because Ugas stood there in front of him and tried to
I
bang
just
with
thought
him.
in this Tim fight, though, I thought that Errol would be, he was always really creative. He had a lot of unique angles and everything. And really, more than anything, his output, like, I just thought that the output would never fade. And he was gun shy the entire fight. And it's almost like he almost looked lost at times. Like, he just like, man, I just don't got it anymore. I think maybe he just realized it in there that he's like, man, I really don't got it anymore. And that's what it
Uh,
seemed like to me after round 4 or 5.
have y'all seen the video where a lot of Spence fans? I've seen multiple people say this, but there's this guy and he posted a video of Spence during the walkout for the Crawford fight, and he thinks that he was high. He straight up thinks that dude was high.
Oh, he had to take a shot to numb the rib pain. It was not high, it's dehydration. So my first fight, I walk around 190. My first fight I fought at 168, and my eyes looked kind of the same way because I was just too dehydrated. You got to think before the fight, he couldn't spar, he couldn't do nothing. He was running up a hill for 6 weeks straight, not drinking any water at a weight class he should have been left. So I think he was
Right.
dehydrated. I don't think he was high.
Now,
Yeah, Floyd
I was
Mayweather
gonna say
told him
he
to
did
leave,
look high.
man. Floyd Mayweather
same
told him to go to
thing.
160, 168 years ago.
Yo,
Nah, facts.
So, how do you feel at 168? Because you said that you kind of felt dehydrated. Is that what you're saying?
I feel great now. I just my first fight, there was kind of questions whether it was happening, whether it was not happening, the fighter backing out, not backing out. And so then I did a hard cut late because we thought the fight wasn't going. We were still in the gym, but it's like I wasn't watching my weight as much. And then now with being able to have a nutritionist, being able to train properly, like I feel fine.
So
Good.
what's your walk around weight now? Is it still
I, s-
190?
I stay between 175, 185 because I'm in the gym every day.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes it a lot better then.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's good to have more weight because you don't peak too soon, and that's what a lot of fighters have issues with. Like, a great example is Frank Martin peaked too early when he fought Tank Davis. He looked really good. He's in shape. You can tell he was conditioning hard, but then how stiff he looked in the ring, you could tell he peaked too early.
I just always thought Frank Martin was just kind of like I, and I'm not meaning to discredit Frank Martin. I think he's for what he is. He's done a lot, but like he always just seemed like to me he's like an athlete who boxes. Like he's not like your traditional
Yeah.
boxer. To me,
He's
he
a
just
late
like seems
starter to
like
boxing.
he could play. He's a late starter. That's what I was getting at. And I respect people like that. You get people like your Steven Nelsons and Frank Martins. I think Khalil
Ammo
Cooper's also
Williams.
kind of a late starter. Also, Ammo Williams. And
But
it's
then you
amazing what some of
also,
these guys can
Deontay
do.
Wilder too.
Yeah, about to
yeah,
say Delonte
pushing.
Wilder.
And yeah,
But what about
I
Bernard
mentioned
Hopkins?
Deontay Wilder. And yeah,
Bernard Hopkins is the greatest late starter ever. He's one of my favorite boxers ever in general, though.
Hmm.
he's great, bro. I mean, I've never seen anybody get better with age until he finally capped at about
The
48 or 9.
executioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really wish he would have fought some people a little earlier, but bro, he had like the most title defenses ever at middleweight. I mean, it's hard to argue. Larry Merchant said the same thing about, yeah, it was Larry Merchant. He gave him crap about fighting this guy that no one wanted to see him fight, and Bernard told him how it was. He was like, "Man, what do you want me to do? I'm fighting my mandatories. Like this is what I got to do to keep this belt." And I respect somebody who fights their mandatories, like real mandatories.
Yeah.
So you fighting at 168. what would you say that someone like? What would it take for someone to be a weight bully? Like, what would they have to be walking around at?
Um, I really don't believe in a weight bully, to be honest, because if you can make the weight, you can make the weight. The thing is that you pay to play. So it's like if you can pay for a nutritionist who knows how to get you to cut down to a smaller weight class and then rehydrate healthy enough. Like some of these guys are rehydrating 20 pounds on the night of the fight, and it's like that's insane to me. I could never blow up that much and feel optimal, but these guys have nutritionists who can get them there and they're successful.
Yeah,
The thing is,
that's
I
what I'm
said
saying.
a weight bully would be like Keyshawn Davis in the De Los Santos fight, coming in overweight and then expecting to still get the fight, or Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. That's what I consider a weight bully.
Yeah, like a Khalil Coe coming in 8 pounds overweight against Jesse Hart. I'll never let that go, bro. I'll never.
He just wasn't training, bro. You can tell in the fight he wasn't training.
I think I believe Jesse, bro. I think he was scared. I think he wanted to take every advantage possible.
Bro, look at how Khalil Coe was fighting. He didn't want to be there. He didn't train. He's partying his ass off in Vegas.
No consequence really for coming in overweight, other than maybe your purse. Like there's not really a real consequence for it. I mean, from what I know, all I know is with Coe is he couldn't win the interim title they were fighting for.
There's a fine. There's a fine with depending on what the contract is, or the sanctioning bodies, who you're fight what belt you're fighting for. Some, like, I know Ryan Garcia just agreed to pay the fine.
Well, he had a side deal with Devin Haney where he paid him like it was like 200,000 or 100,000 per pound or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a double-edged sword by Haney's part, though. I think Haney knew everything that was going on with him, and he's like, "Yeah, this dude's gonna come in overweight. He's juiced, but he still fought him."
Unpopular opinion, that whole situation. I'm not even a Ryan Garcia fan, I'm a big Devin Haney fan. That whole situation with the eye strain is fishy to me. I'll just leave it at
I
that.
was about to say, yeah,
Don't
that is
shoot
kind
me,
of
Bill
fishy,
Haney.
honestly.
It is.
I don't think it was fishy because they had another drug test done, and he had something else in him. It's not very like publicized, but he had another drug test, and he fell for something else.
Then he went on talking about how he took a lie detector test and all of that shit, but
Did
I
y'all
don't know
notice his
how.
voice? His voice during the press conferences and shit.
Yeah,
If you just look at him from the Devin fight to the Rolly fight, we knew when he walked out that night. Me and 79 did that he was not on it. He couldn't afford to have been caught again at that point. He looked completely different.
Yeah, all these fighters.
He may not have had a good camp. Which I mean, I was going to ask you this, Michael. Do you think what percent of fighters do you think pro fighters are on the juice?
I think good. Unpopular opinion. 85% of the top guys are on juice.
damn,
85% of
85%.
85% of the top guys.
God
I'm
damn.
and hey, look, I'm talking about my favorite fighters down to Bud Crawford. All of these guys are on something.
What do they do to not get caught? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I was about to
Victor
ask,
Conti.
what are they
knows all
doing?
about this. 79 knows all about this. How they get it, how they can get out of their system and everything. These guys know exactly how much you can have in your system, how to cycle on and off and everything. These dudes are like they have this down to a science.
I mean, anybody under snack is questionable, and it's like I know you hear a lot of people say that, but when you truly understand what Victor Conti was and what he knows how to do, there's just no way that they allow him in boxing, working with boxers like that. It's like money, but the cartel runs boxing at the end of the day, so
The cartel
whatever's going to make
boxing
money.
when Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was fighting that's for damn sure.
Well, this is my take on it. I think Victor Conte, I think there's 1,000 Victor Contes out there, and he's the one that got scapegoated because he exposed boxing on how dirty it is. And then all of a sudden, he's the one that's getting said to be, oh, yeah, no. He's helping boxers do these drug tests and fake them. No, man, he was doing these interviews telling us how boxing actually does it and how they are faking their drug tests.
Yeah, I mean he had his hand in it, but so did what's his name? The guy that helped Fury. There's a bunch of them. It's like any organized sport that money is involved, you're gonna have corruption. But I think boxing has it the most, and it's beyond just the money too. I think these fighters are really scared of losing at that top level.
I
Um,
think they're just really scared to lose the O. That's what it is.
Well, it's not even just the O; it's just the status that they're at
That's
yeah,
yeah.
I blame Floyd to an extent for that too,
Yeah,
because I
I was
think
about
when
to say,
Floyd
for the
did
O
yeah.
that,
part.
he kind of changed this generation, with keeping the zero. Because that's how Floyd Mayweather was sold. Like his career was sold on like keeping the zero, staying undefeated, and fans literally paid for Floyd to lose. So it's like you
But the
couldn't
thing is, you
afford to
can argue
lose.
about Floyd though, bro. Floyd was still taking tough fights. He's beat more world champions than anybody ever.
Exactly,
Yeah,
I agree with
because
you. Yeah, I agree with you with that. He fought the competition, but the issue is that fighters they want what Floyd had. They want money. They want money Mayweather, but they don't want to do what Pretty Boy Floyd did.
Well,
You
the
know what I'm
thing is though,
saying?
bro. I
Get
mean,
down and
yeah.
dirty
Hey,
to get to the
Pretty
status.
Boy
who
Floyd was
can you
cold
comp?
though. He was really fighting top levels, knocking everybody out.
Top level
I
comp, exactly.
yeah.
Who can
I
you
really
comp
I
to
really
his
sit here and
success?
wonder what happened. What would have happened if he never broke his hand?
I
Man,
mean,
But
he
ain't
would
that
he would
great,
still be
bro?
fighting
Like
today,
the fact that he was able to change his style and still do everything he did.
Yeah,
arguably
yeah.
at
man,
higher levels
people
than
say
Floyd.
that, but Floyd, compared to how these fighters fight today, Floyd was still engaging. Even in the most boring fights of Floyd you can think of, he was still engaging more than like I seen a fight where Shushu got hurt, and it's just like, yeah, he looked nice, he looked sharp defensively, but he's almost throwing nothing back. I've never seen that with Floyd. I'll see Floyd get in, land his, and then get away, win the round. He'll edge the round out, but he'll engage. Only time I
It's
seen Floyd looking scared was against Manny Pacquiao. Well, nobody can deny that. That boy was looking scared
I
against
just
Manny
thought he was doing what
Pacquiao.
he could to win, bro. I remember me and the real we were young kids when we seen that fight. We were in this Cinco de Mayo like festival. We are like the only people there that wasn't Latin or Hispanic, and people sitting there screaming at the top of their lungs anytime Manny Pacquiao would hit Mayweather. I just thought Mayweather was doing anything he could to win that fight, pretty much.
The only
Kind
fight
of
Yeah,
with
like
that
how
guy
Bud
I remember.
it's kind of like how Bud took his time against Canelo, in my opinion. In my opinion, if Bud wanted to, he could have went out there and whooped Canelo's ass even worse.
but Bud was engaging from the get go. He stayed in pocket with Canelo, catch and counter, which was
It took him a couple rounds though. It took him maybe about
and was
4 rounds, 5 rounds before he started like engaging. But after he got
The
used
only
to it,
time I think Floyd
he
was
still
ever
be fine.
scared, bro, at any point was when Shane rocked him. When
I was gonna
Shane
say when
rocked him,
Maidana rocked him.
well, Maidana too. That whole fight, bro. He was
Yeah,
that
but
whole
he,
first
he
fight was
rocked him
wild.
in a second fight, and I think he surprised Floyd by catching what Floyd did on his pull counter. Like Floyd didn't think he was that cerebral. He thought he was just a banger, and so he kept doing the same pull counter, and then Madonna timed him. He was winning that fight easily though. The second fight.
the second fight. Yeah, second fight. I can't deny that he won that fight, no regardless. But the first one was a little bit closer.
I'm a
Yeah,
huge
Yeah,
he
Floyd
got closer
Mayweather
the first
fan, and
time.
I think the only fight he may have lost was the first Maidana fight. Did y'all know Maidana only got paid $1 million for that fight?
it's
I did
insane.
not know
That's
that.
wild.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
I mean, Floyd was in some close fights for sure. We can't deny that. The Oscar fight was semi close. I mean, you could argue it was close. There's people like my dad thinks Oscar beat Floyd that night.
Yeah, but he thinks anyone who gave Floyd a tougher fight than they're supposed to probably beat Floyd.
They say Jose Luis Castillo beat Floyd. Man, I watched that fight about 3 times, and I'm just like, bro, where? Like, Floyd
I
dominated
don't
him,
see it. I wouldn't say he
right? Like,
dominated him, but
where?
I mean, I thought that he won it kind of convincingly. I'm not gonna say it was convincing, but it was
It-
kind of convincingly.
I
9-3, easy,
I think
easy.
there's a lot of race fans who scored a lot of stuff in boxing. Like I remember recently, Gary Antoine Russell and Hiroka. I personally thought Gary won clearly, and everybody was saying that he robbed Hiroka.
Well, it's hard to win a fight
Gary
if you're
won
Hiroka
7-5
if you don't
again.
start till round 6.
That is true.
The commentators, man, they do that so much. They were saying Hiroka was winning rounds and he wasn't even landing one or two shots.
I'm telling you, bro, most of these guys that won at 140 do not want a piece of Andy Hiroka or GAR for that matter. That's how me and Third met because I said that.
Oh yeah, with Dalton Smith and
Dalton
Puello,
Smith. Yeah. After Dalton Smith beat Subriel,
Sabril
uh,
Matias.
yeah, I went on there in a comment and I was like, I dare them to give Dalton Smith GAR or
Hey,
Alberto Puello.
hey, that's a good topic actually. That fight's coming up. What, October or September?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who do y'all have? I'm gonna pick Puello for it, but the only problem I have with Puello is he's looked a little bit like physically. He don't look physically the same. I don't think.
I got
I mean, I'm going with
Smith.
Puello, bro. You have Smith.
Yeah, I got Smith because and this yes, I know styles make fights. This really doesn't have a lot to do with my pick. It has a little bit to do with it, but not much as far as like him beating Matias and then Matias beat Puello, but some people thought Puello beat Matias. I factor it in a little bit, but yes, I ultimately know styles make fights, but I think Dalton Smith, I think his styles will offset Puello because doesn't he have like a longer arm reach, or their arm reach is about the same?
Puello has longer
Puello's
range.
jab is so long. He has really long arms.
Yeah, he
The
does. His
thing
jab
is,
is good, but I think Smith can like. I like Smith's boxing ability. His boxing ability is underrated. I think he can box with Puello.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if that's. I mean, I think you take the Subriel approach in that, where you're just on his ass and you're just throwing. But I don't know if Dalton's
Hmm.
really got volume like that. He's a heavy hitter, but he don't got volume like Matias does.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, he don't throw a lot of punches.
Well, the thing is though, they're stinging punches. I mean, they're gonna hurt you. I mean, obviously Dalton Smith has way more power than I thought.
Hmm. He
Is the
iced
fight in the
Matias.
UK?
I think it is gonna be in the UK. Yeah,
Well, there's something about Puello. If you look at his career, almost all of his fights are close.
that's true. That's something that we were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Is that a
Uh,
good thing or a bad thing, though?
Not good in the UK. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really a bad thing if you're betting on Puello in this fight. If you're picking Puello in this fight, because other than this last fight, he got his knockout here like a few weeks ago against kind of an unknown guy. Uh, but there's not really just been a dominating Puello performance. I mean, even in the GAR fight when he beat GAR, that fight was close.
That was a very close fight. Only fight I thought that Puello lost was Sandor Martin. That was like a close fight. He could go either way, but
Yeah, I had Puello winning it. Both of them have the same problem. They have volume issues sometimes, especially Martin.
mm-hmm. Not
So
facts.
Sandor, bro,
Hmm.
Sandor deserves a world title. Like, how do you not get a nod one time in all the fights he's
He
against?
never gets the nod, bro. Exactly. Never. Tiafimo Lopez, like never.
Just can't do it, bro.
You got a few guys like that. What's his face? The dude Jalil Hackett beat Derevchenko,
Yeah.
but Jalil Hackett beat that ass the other day. I was really confident in Hackett in that fight.
Here's a topic for y'all. Speaking of that, because he is in my list for this. Who are y'all's top 5 favorite fighters to watch right now? Any weight class, but they got to be current. They can't be retired, so you can't put Bud. You can go first, Third. I want to hear yours first.
Okay, so you say top 5 in like any weight class?
Just any weight class.
So like a
Favorite
pound for
fighters.
pound list?
No, not who you think's the best. Just your favorite.
Favorite fighters. Okay.
My favorite. All right, so right now, my favorite number one fighter, I would say, and y'all know this because I put it in the group chat multiple times. I would say Ben Whitaker. He's like my favorite entertaining fighter
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I already
after
know that.
Whitaker, I would say probably Shakur Stevenson second,
Okay.
and then at 3 I would have Devin Haney. 4
Okay.
Bam Rodriguez, and 5 probably Monster Inoue. That would probably be my 5.
Okay. Pretty good.
Not a bad list. Not a bad list.
Go ahead, Andres. Who you got?
My top 5 will probably be Canelo. I'm still a big Canelo fan, win or lose. Bam, Inoue. I'll probably put Boots in there and Fundora as well.
Fundora. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just
What made you say
I don't know. I just feel like he keeps getting better and better with every fight. That he keeps adjusting, you know. So
That's
I don't know. I think he's a
100%
pretty good
that,
fighter.
Yeah, dude. I think
Starting to use
the
his
last
like
2
his
or 3
physical
fights
attribute.
has
Yeah.
he's starting to use his physical attributes and gifts more. I will say that. I think he's looked a lot better. He's finally figured out, hey, I don't have to fight on the inside. I'm 6'8", you know.
The other fighter I wish he could do that would be Rafael Espinosa, because
He's my
he
favorite
really likes
fighter
to
at
fight in the
150.
pocket.
I think Espinoza can do a little bit of both, though. I like him more on the inside than I do with Fundora.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
79. Who's your top 5?
My favorite fighter is Keyshawn Davis. I wish he would stop and doing what he's doing and just fight. But yeah, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah, Jalil Hackett. This guy's recently in my top 5. Just I can't help it. Raymond Muratalla.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
It's really hard to not like Raymond Muratalla.
5
Like
is.
right.
I'm gonna go Boots 5. I think Boots is one of the most phenomenal fighters I've ever seen.
You can have 2 honorable mentions. I'll let you have 2 honorable mentions.
2 honorable mentions.
Sure, booster Roy Jones.
Yeah, I like that you say that because if you look at his career, he kind of moved like Roy Jones. Roy Jones, no one would fight him, so he would just fight and fight and fight 5 or 6 times a year, and that's what Boots did. He's really not been boxing as long as people realize, and he gets crap for it, like, oh, he has 36 wins and he ain't beat anybody and all this. But no, bro, the first year of his career, he fought 10 times.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I think right now I think the only pound for pound fighter that fights multiple fights is Inoue.
Multiple fights a year. Well, you used to be getting a Canelo fight 1 or 2 times. Well, 2 times a year. You had your Cinco de Mayo and your
September Mexican Independence.
Mexican Independence, yeah.
Yeah.
Mexican, yeah. Who's your 2 honorable mentions, third?
My 2 honorable mentions probably be like y'all say, Jaron Ennis. I wanted to put him in my top 5, but I couldn't put him above the 5 that I named. But Jaron Ennis probably 6, and then my second honorable mention, I would probably have to go either Keyshawn Davis or I'll probably say Keyshawn Davis.
Okay. Andres, you want to follow up on that?
Well, for one, I already said Rafael Espinosa, one of my honorable mentions. The second one, I think I'll probably put Pitbull up there.
Pitbull's entertaining, bro.
I like
and
it.
that's really what my list goes off of. This is just mine's not gonna be as common, but I think for me, it's hard to put him in an order. I mean, number one's got to be David Benavidez, bro. I love watching David Benavidez fight. That dude is a
I forgot
fucking
about
animal.
David.
I mean, it's probably David Benavidez, and then after that, Raiko Santana. I gotta put Raiko Santana in there. Number 3, I'd probably go Devin Haney. Number 4, I guess I'm putting them in order now. Man,
It's kind of hard to put everybody on the spot, you know, to pick a
Right.
top
I'm
fighter.
just thinking because, dude, there's like 20 fighters I'm thinking of right now I can put on this list. Number 4,
Yeah.
I'd probably go Abdullah Mason. I really like Abdullah Mason, man. Number 5, Gary Antoine Russell.
Bro, I forgot about Gary. Why did I not put him in 5?
Man, I gotta
That-
put Gary in my list too somewhere. That's
Yeah.
and David
Yeah.
Benavidez. That's
I-
tough, bro.
No, I think just naming top like 5 fighters is kind of hard enough because you want to put everybody up there, you know.
And then my honorable mentions, I'd probably put Jaleel Hackett, and it's got to be a tie, bro. I can't leave him out. It's between Junto Nakatani and Bam.
See, because I was gonna also say Nagatani too.
No, facts. I forgot about Nakatani.
Man, I feel like did everybody give their top 5? I feel like we're missing someone.
I think Michael. Did Michael give that? I think he got to give his.
Yeah, Michael's on mute. But dude, there's just so many I can take up right now. I love watching most people fight.
What about y'all's top 5 favorite fighters of all time?
Oh, that's
of all time.
yeah, that is a good one.
This is easy for me. To me, this is easier for me. Number 1, I gotta go Roy Jones, man. He got me into boxing, like 100%.
Yeah, Roy Jones. Yeah.
Boy.
Number 2, I'm not gonna do any current. David Benavidez would be on this fucking list, bro. But number 2, I'd probably go Arturo Gatti. Number 3, I'd probably go Lennox Lewis. Number 4, I'd go Oscar De La Hoya. Number 5, I'd probably go. I'd give it a tie between Winky Wright and probably Bernard Hopkins.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, not a bad list. Yeah.
That would be my 5 or 6. Thing is, I didn't get to watch George's whole career. I mean, I've watched nearly all of his fights that I can find, but I love George Foreman too.
Whose turn
What
is
about
it?
you, third?
Yo.
What you got?
Yeah. What about you, third?
Yeah.
Go with third.
What about me?
We're naming our top 5 favorite fighters of all time.
Man, my number 1, bro. I gotta go Floyd, bro. Floyd is just was different. I've never seen a fighter like that before. Like the IQ.
Yeah, I honestly I hated Floyd growing up. I hated him growing up. But looking back now, I respect what he did.
You have to, bro. It's just
Yeah.
his skill. He beat everybody's favorite fighters, but it's like you can't deny that dude's skill, bro.
Yeah, you
And
can't
he
deny
had
it, yeah.
separate careers, bro. He had Trick Boy Floyd and Money Made, bro. It's like if you split his careers in half, you have 2 separate Hall of Fame careers. That's how I always describe him.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what I try to tell people too. Every single time somebody tells me I hate Floyd, I'm like, I hate him too, but he had 2 careers. Pretty Boy Floyd would probably knock your favorite boxer out. Money Mayweather was more of a defense, but either way, he was
But
still good.
arguably, there's someone there. There's arguably someone that also had 2 careers that arguably did something more impressive. That's George Foreman.
I was about to say George
Yep.
Foreman. Yeah, George
George
Foreman,
Foreman.
young
What
Foreman,
George
old
Foreman did
Foreman.
will
Yeah,
never, ever be
Big
done
George.
again. That will never be done again.
that's true. That's true.
Wait, did Bernard Hopkins do it?
Well, Bernard just
He
did it
was
at an older age and everything, but George quit for
true.
years and then came back.
True,
And I mean,
true.
Yeah.
was like a way different fighter and everything, and then like won the heavyweight championship at that age. I mean, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, that
That's
was
one of the greatest achievements in any sport ever.
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah.
Knocked out Michael Moore too, man. Like when he was one of the
Yeah,
best prospects, man. That
yeah,
was different.
yeah. Hell, I mean, he was already a champion. You know, I mean, who's
Um,
number 2 for you?
number
Get off the
number two all time. I would have to go. Mm, I would probably go Sugar Ray Leonard, probably number 2,
Sugar Ray.
because Sugar Ray. Because when I look back at his career, I didn't get to watch it live, but I seen all the documentaries. I watched all his fights, and I kind of was interested in the Four Kings era. You had Duran, Hearns, Hagler,
Burns and
and
Hagler. Yeah,
Benitez, which he always gets counted out. And he beat
yeah.
all them guys. He lost to Duran, which there was more to that
There
fight,
ain't no
but
shame in that.
there's no shame in that. But he beat everybody. So I mean, he got to put him number 2.
Number 2. That's a
And
good answer. Yeah. Good choice.
mhm. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with you, Zach. I might have to go Roy Jones, number 3, bro. That dude
Got
was
to.
different. Nobody beats Prime Roy Jones.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. I still believe that to this day.
Man. Now you know an interesting fantasy fight though? Uh
Here we
Prime
go. Here
Roy
we go,
Jones.
Andres.
Prime Hey, I got to, bro. Prime Roy Jones versus David Benavidez. Who would y'all pick in that fight?
Oh, that's a good
Shit.
one. That's a good one right there.
I'd pick
I,
Roy Jones. I feel like
Yeah.
Benavidez is one of the best fighters to ever make mistakes. So what I mean by that is he crosses his feet and he drops his hands. I think Roy Jones would just be so fast that he'd catch him doing that.
It'll definitely be a battle of
Yeah.
speed. See who can get the fastest combination first.
The thing is, Roy's naturally smaller than Benavidez. That's the only thing that I can think that may play a factor in it.
Yeah, I don't think there was
Benavidez,
nobody like
say
Benavidez
what
at the
you want
time of
about
Roy Jones.
Benavidez.
That's a tough fight for anybody.
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
I'll say, I think people don't give Benavidez this. Yeah, he does a lot of things wrong. But it seems like to me, and we saw this in the Plant fight, and I'm not going to sit here and act like the Plant is like an all-time great or anything like that. But we have seen that Benavidez can adjust to things. It's not that he's not skilled, dude. I mean, he's super skilled. He knows how to use his tools and how to adapt with those tools. And I mean,
Man, he should have never
Yeah.
been at that weight, probably, bro. Imagine if that fight was at a different weight. He would have knocked Plant's ass out.
he should have stopped.
That is true. Yeah. To
He
me
should have got
personally, I think Benavidez's best fight has been against Monreal.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
no, dude, I still think that was his toughest test and everything.
Man,
Yeah.
that Zerto fight though, dude. The fact he moved up to that weight and we saw how good he looked at that, I was like, okay, hold on. Benavidez has been great this whole time, but he needed to be at a heavier weight to show us just how great he is.
But then again, though, Suter is kind of slow though. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, but he's
I
not
kind of
bad at all. He's a
he's
world
not
level
bad, but I kind of
cruiserweight.
expected that, especially the way he moves. Sudo just moves like a tank. Like anybody can really tag him if they really wanted to. Benavidez just really
Why haven't they
capitalized on
done
that.
it though? No
I
one
called
That
that
is
too
true.
before the fight. I was like, bro, he's gonna beat. Y'all remember that in the chat? I was like, bro, he's gonna beat the shit out of Zordo. I'm not even gonna make a prediction or
Yeah, but did
analyze
you
it.
think it
I'm
was
like, he's
going to
gonna
be
beat the
to
shit
that
out.
degree though? No one thought it was going to be to that degree. No one thought Benavidez was going to look 12 out of 10
like that
minutes
special,
after.
yeah. Not to that degree, but I knew he was gonna do it, but not like you say, not like that, because I saw Dimitri Bivol do the same thing. He didn't do it like David Benavidez, but he outboxed Zerto 12-0. Zerto couldn't land a glove on him. So I'm like, David is gonna do the same thing. And which he did, but he fucking did it 10 times better than Dimitri
Oh,
Bivol.
dude, you beat his ass so bad.
Yeah.
People want to blame the elbow. I don't
His
get that,
ass.
bro. You just ignore everything that just happened in front of your face.
Yeah, but besides the elbow kind of played a little factor, but not too big though. I don't think the elbow really played a big enough factor to discredit the whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
People just be like nitpicking with shit like that. So I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
elbow,
Well,
like,
I will
really?
say this about it though. I will say though that like Benavidez, even in the Plant fight, Benavidez was getting away with some elbows, like 100% was. But that's part of the game though. If you
Part of boxing.
It's like I've always thought about it, like, and it really took that Plant fight. I went back and I was kind of pissed about it, you know. And I went back and I watched it. I was like, you know what, bro? At the end of the day, it's a fight, and if the ref's not calling it, you got to do whatever you got to do to win that fight. If you're Dave Benavidez, if you're anybody, you do whatever it takes to win a fight. And if somebody's gonna let you get away with shit, keep doing it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Did he finish his top 5?
Who?
Do what?
Shit. Okay, can y'all
I
hear
think
me
you were
now?
number 4.
Sorry,
Don't you got like one more?
Was that? Oh, y'all talking about me? Oh, yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
y'all, right.
yeah.
What was I on, number 3 or 4? I was on
Thank
Uh,
number. Wait,
Yeah,
I
you
said
said Floyd.
Floyd,
you said
Sugar
Floyd. You
Ray,
said Sugar, Roy.
and I said
Did you say Roy Jones?
yeah, Roy Jones
Yeah,
at 3.
Roy
So I'm at
Jones.
number 4. Yep, y'all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Four. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, y'all are right. So, bro, number 4. Uh Bro, these top 5 lists are always kind of tough because it's like you say, you want to put. There's a lot of people that could qualify, so it's tough.
Yeah.
Um, man, honestly, I might have to go. I might put Manny Pacquiao number 4 because
Good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick.
because what he did as far as winning. Was he a 7 division world champion?
8,
Yeah.
even though
An
that's
8
Eight.
debatable.
division world
Yeah.
champion. I might have to put Pacquiao up there. Like as far as pound for pound, had a legendary career.
Yeah.
Beat multiple
Pacquiao
Hall of
definitely
Famers.
great.
Okay.
Mhm. And for
Okay.
5,
Number 5. Yeah. Who's your number 5?
shit, who will I put at 5? Mm, I might put. Damn, this is tough.
You can still put honorable mentions too if you
Well,
want.
it's not an end all be all.
Yeah, that's true.
Different days you feel different ways.
That's true.
Bro,
That is true.
tell me about it. Tell me about it. I might just have to put. I might say Bernard Hopkins at 5.
5.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure there's
Okay.
somebody else that I missed. It's like you say, it's so many people, but I'm sure there's
Yeah,
somebody that I missed.
see that.
I might put
I
Hopkins.
got you.
I mean, he's in mine.
Um, Number one,
You go,
as a
Michael.
student of the game, Sugar Ray Robinson is my number one pound for pound.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
King
it.
of the
not a
Bronx.
bad one.
Okay. And then number two, I gotta go with Ali. If we looking at everything that a pound for
Ali.
pound tells us, number two, I got Ali. Okay. Number three,
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is my number three. Number four is gonna be Sugar Ray Leonard. On my pound for pound. And then this one might throw y'all for a loop, but if y'all want me to explain why, I tell you. Number five, I'm putting Hitman Tommy Hearns.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You know what? I think that's a pretty respectable choice. Respectable person.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
is
I
that
can
your
see that.
your top five favorite? Is that like who do you think the top five greatest?
I think that those top fives had. I think the guys I listed had the tangibles to be the greatest of their time. I think there were stuff with Tommy Hearns that halted his career. I think there was stuff with Ali. Like if Ali didn't take that break, Ali, we never even got to see him active fully in his prime.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things. So I think that all the people that I listed had the tangibles to be the greatest.
Okay. Yeah.
Ali, bro. I used to think his resume was overrated, and then when you really look at it, it is incredible.
He's the greatest ever.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think there's any
That's a
denying it, really.
pretty good. Yeah, pretty good choice. Yeah. Nobody can really discredit Ali.
Who you got 79?
Uh my favorite of all time, I'm gonna say Floyd. Two, I'm gonna give it to Roy Jones, and here's why. Roy Jones, like from the earliest I can remember, is who I was watching because that's who my father was watching. That was his favorite. The first rap album I ever heard was Roy Jones Jr. Round Two. In the back seat of the car, we had one of them little mini players. I'd be watching Roy Jones Jr. highlight tapes on them. I mean, Roy Jones is why I'm into boxing. Three
Yep,
is Zab Judah
I like it.
for me.
That
Okay.
Uh, Four, I'm gonna say Winky Wright.
Like that. Like that pick.
Yeah.
This five is harder for me than one or two is. If I
for
could,
some reason you could.
this is gonna surprise y'all a lot, especially given what's been happening lately. But um, Real knows how long I've been following him since his amateur career. Keyshawn Davis, in my opinion, is I have yet to see other than his mentality to boxing. Just in the ring, I have yet to see a kink in his armor. He's one of the most all-around fighters I've ever laid. And Boots is almost like that too. But I think Keyshawn Davis is one of the most all-around fighters I've ever seen. But we got to see how his career goes. Maybe he goes out there and he's never the same again. So for five, for now, I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna say Joe Calzaghe,
Okay. That's a pretty good
or
pick.
It's a good one.
and instead of him, if it wasn't him, it'd be Bernard Hopkins.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good list.
I like it.
Go ahead, Andres.
Yeah. Pretty good list.
Go ahead, Andres.
See, for me, my personal top five. The first one is you're probably gonna judge me on this one, but I'm gonna go with Maromero Paz, just because that was the only box. Well, that was like the first boxer that I had ever seen. That was the first boxer that kind of got me into boxing. So I'm gonna put him as like my number one. My number two would probably be
Who was it? I didn't hear.
Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. My number three, would probably be George Foreman.
Like it.
My number 4 would probably be Sugar Ray. And my number 5 would be Canelo, because he's the one that got me back into boxing after Marumeru Pass.
That's a good list.
When I was a little kid, man, I did have a favorite boxer though, and Real used to make fun of me for this growing up, but it was Chad Dawson. No, yeah, I mean I love Adonis Stevenson. Yeah, he used to make fun of me because I, as a kid, with my accent, I'd say Chad Dolson. Yeah, I'd be like, man, I can't wait to see Chad Dolson fight, and then what's his face? Pascal beat him, and I can't lie, I think I shed a tear that night.
And that was me when De La Hoya knocked out Marumeru Pass in the second round. Kind of shed a tear there for
Yeah.
him.
I cried one time when Tarver knocked out Roy in the second fight. I remember,
Yeah.
I was like, I was freaking pissed, and I like went and hid under a blanket and shit in the living room. My dad's like, he's like, you're not gonna cry because that's what happens in boxing. People lose.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Dad didn't cry.
Yeah.
I think we all shed a tear for boxing before when they lost.
Yeah, now I cope so hard about Chad Dawson losing that I tell everyone Adonis Stevenson's the most underrated fighter of all time.
Bro, it's
I
hard.
feel that.
It's hard even now because like now you understand like how this can affect a fighter and everything like that. When you see people like Sean McComb and it's like almost like it's not a crime. It's like more grueling because you know it fucked them over so hard.
Yeah. One of my honorable mentions though would be Usyk.
Who's done, man? It's very impressive because he's not even a real heavyweight.
Yeah. I think Usyk really is really good though, especially with how he's always been the smaller guy.
Yeah, the thing is though, what's gonna kill Usyk now is this Verhoeven thing. I mean, this dude, that's a major shit stain on his life.
Yeah, that Rico fight.
And it sucks to say that.
I don't even know if that shit was real, bro. I'm tired of these fucking turkey fights where, you know, you get an MMA fighter versus a boxer, and the boxer's supposed to go out there and look great, and it never happens when Turkey's behind these damn cards, man. What's going on?
That is true though. That is very much true.
There's a pattern going on.
But let's just for the sake of the argument, right? What did I tell you, 79, when Tyson Fury got knocked down by Francis Ngannou? What did I tell you?
You said he wasn't training hard or something.
No. This is what I said, and I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say this. One of these days, a heavyweight guy or whoever it may be is going to step into the ring and get knocked out by one of these motherfuckers, and it is going to be a major shit stain on boxing.
This shit's already a stain on boxing, man. All this shit's already, it's happened 3 times because Anthony Joshua just got in there or something with his grandma and got fucking knocked down.
But like,
Come back and get the knockout.
How much more a loss would affect? Like, how much more would a loss affect? So, like, let's just say that like George Foreman. Let's just say they're in the same era. George Foreman at the prime of his career steps in there with Rico Verhoeven and gets knocked the fuck out in the prime of heavyweight boxing.
Well, I think that's a little bit of a bad example though, because Rico is a kickboxer, so he still has some boxing abilities.
Right.
Yeah. But like, also, if you threw a boxer in there in the kickboxing ring with Rico Verhoeven, and the boxer goes in there and knocks him out, does it not make kickboxing look horrible?
No, it don't, bro, because they're only trying to tear down boxing. It's never boxers trying to tear down other shit.
But they're letting it happen.
They are letting it happen because they're trying to get these fuckers to watch the fight.
I don't
Bro.
see how robbing fighters and everything like that and like making it staged though brings eyes to the sport like in a positive way.
Because, bro, they're not trying to. The Mexican fan base, the Japanese fan base, they all want to see fights. They want to see real fights. Now, those motherfuckers in them, European countries and shit, the people they're trying to sell these fights to, there's a reason why they sold that fucking fight for a $50 pay per view. They didn't know. They knew me and you weren't gonna watch it, but there's gonna be some dumb fuck in the UK that's gonna pay for that shit, and they like them stupid ass fake fights, man. Look at the boxing they have over there. It's not good.
That's true.
Yeah, other
That
than
is true,
handful of
yeah.
fighters, but like, are they trying to get a one-time payment from these people, or are they trying to get a fan out of them? Because like, just for example, before you go, if you're trying to get like a kickboxing audience or a European audience or something like that that's never watched it, but they watch Rico Verhoeven fight, right? What would bring them back to the sport after that? So are they just wanting to fucking pump and dump and be done with it? Like, oh, we got your $50, we're done with you, or what?
I just think they have a chokehold, a stranglehold on the European fan base, and maybe like the in Russia and shit like that, because they definitely don't have it over here.
At one time they did. They fucked it
I,
up.
I think it's more of just like they want to see the fighter, whoever won, kind of lose the next fight. So it's just kind of like they're gonna draw him back, like, oh well, he looked pretty bad against this person, so he's probably gonna lose against the next person.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
Watch the play, bro. This is the script of everything and on these fucking turkey cards, bro. So you get some kickboxer, MMA fighter to go in there and look, good against the apparent top heavyweights in the world. Then they get a second big fight, and everyone's gonna go watch it, and they get knocked the fuck out.
So like how he said, Francis Ngannou, he looked really
Yeah.
good against Fury, and then goes against AJ, and he gets knocked out.
Yes. What's probably going to happen is they're going to put this fucking kickboxer in there with like Otama or something like that after he beats Hergovich. And then Otama's going to go in there and finish his ass in 2 rounds or something like that.
First round knockdown, second round knockout.
Yes. This is the play, man. This is what like you said a second ago, Real, that they're trying to get a 1 or 2 time payment out of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, like, if you want my full honesty, I'm trying to say this shit's scripted. Like, a lot of these fights, you can just tell, man. Like, someone said it a second ago. How is Anthony Joshua going to get knocked down in 20 seconds, and then the guy stops throwing punches when Anthony Joshua gets up? So you just forgot how to throw punches, but you did it in the first 20 seconds of the fight?
Yeah.
Could it be maybe he adjusted?
Joshua, in my opinion, never looked. I've never seen him adjust in a fight. And another thing too, just on the topic of Anthony Joshua, what was his last fight before that? A rigged fight against Jake Paul. He could have went out there and finished him in 30 seconds if he wanted to.
Yeah. No. But my thing is, what's the plan here? Because the eventual plan of all of this was these are tune-up fights for Fury and AJ. So why the hell would you want to show your guy AJ getting knocked down twice? I'm just going off of it, if it's scripted or not. Why the
Controversy.
It's a controversy deal. So
Hell yeah.
because like I was thinking before the Pringa fight and everything that I was probably gonna pick AJ over Fury, man. Now I don't know, and like now it's got me thinking that weirdly enough, I may be more confident in AJ now than I was before. If we're going off,
I don't even know if it's gonna be real or not.
That's what I mean. Like I don't. If they knew that AJ was damaged goods enough, they wouldn't throw him in there with Fury if they thought he was going to lose.
Not necessarily.
Unless they're just going off of.
They threw him in there with Dubois.
Which I mean, that's the whole goal of this, obviously, to make money.
I'm telling you, man, they're not marketing anything to Americans anymore, bro. The shit they're doing right now, they're marketing it to all those people in Europe. That's probably why Eddie Hearn said the other day, "Oh, I'm going to put the fight in America." Everyone knows that's a bad business decision, but I guarantee you, the Brits, they're mad and they're talking about it online.
It's gonna want to make them see the
think
fight
about
even
it.
more.
Yep.
Well, that too. But think about it this way: Eddie knows no matter what, these Brits are going to pay for that fight, 100%. Even if it's not in the UK, if it's in the US, they're going to pay for the pay-per-views. And then Eddie's like, "Well, I could probably get a sellout crowd over there in the US still yet. Even though this isn't a huge fight over there, I'm probably still going to get a sellout crowd. So why not just make all the Brits buy the pay-per-view, and then you have a sellout crowd over there in the US anyway?"
That's a good way to look at it, actually.
Yeah, good marketing strategy, pretty much.
I think you're smarter than Eddie Hearn, dude.
Low key, right?
But or he's wanting to stir up controversy with this whole thing and get enough people to talk about it and everything to where he's thinking it creates more buzz for it over in the UK than it already has been generating. And then he's going to put it in the UK anyway. There's two possible things I think he's doing. I think those are the two things he's possibly doing with it.
I think he's goofy. I know that.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Now Eddie Hearn apparently also has Tom Aspinall.
I don't know.
as
They
one of
see his
clients.
face on TV the most nowadays, so therefore he's the best.
Did you say Eddie Hearn has Tom Aspinall?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
signed to the Zone, I think, for like it's some weird shit that I saw, like talent recruitment or talent agency. I don't know if he's actually gonna fight in a boxing match, but you could look it up. But it's like some weird fucking he's really doing it just to like be petty to Dana White, I think. So that way Dana has to go through him in order to make a UFC fight.
Yeah, because we all know Dana White hates everybody.
All I know is, as American boxing fans, the Zuffa shit's got to catch on more, man. And honestly, it may not matter if it catches on more because they're starting to put on bigger events now, and they're clearly selling out. So it don't matter. But I feel like we need to be watching this shit, man. For one, it's some of the best boxing I've ever seen. Like not the most talented per se, but the most entertaining boxing I've ever seen is Zuffa.
The matchmaking, bro.
Zuffa has the ability to be great, but just Dana White doesn't know how to.
It beats fucking, on a random Saturday watching some Billy Picos against John Quartertain, and then the fight sucks, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Watching this British ass shit. These cards suck.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that, but I'm saying Dana White just needs to learn how to utilize all the boxes more because having an event every like 3 months really isn't going to cut it either.
I mean,
He's over here bragging about how he keeps signing people every single day, but he's
What
not
is-
utilizing all of the fighters in Zuffa.
Well, I think that the consistency of the card will come and everything like that as it builds up. I mean, you're having to start from the ground floor here. I mean, it's only been
But that's
a thing
just me
for about a
personally.
year.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hear the
Yeah,
person talking for whatever reason. It's doing that StreamYard bullshit again.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I think this might be a good place to end it off, and then I'll do my research and I'll find another platform.
I have like
because,
he sounds really really far.
Yeah, the hangout spot. He's a guy that I went on there and talked with everything. He's using another platform, so I'll ask him what he uses, and I think he's having way more success with it, and hopefully it'll work better for us and everything.
Man, I'm not a big fan of his channel, man. People get on there and they just want to hear themselves talk. They'll go for fucking 15 minutes and not let another person talk.
Well, the thing is with him is he's just like, yeah, he just lets people go on for too long and everything like that, and he lets people yell and everything like that. And that's something that I'm not with, you know.
Well,
And
just
I mean,
make your point, bro.
yeah, no, they're just people that want to get on there and talk and like sound smart and everything. But yeah, I mean, him himself, he's a good dude. I like talking with him when it's just me and him, bro. I mean, like he always tells me, like oh man, I can actually talk, and not have to yell over people when you're on. Like I'll sit there for sometimes like 20 minutes waiting to talk because people are yelling.
There was this one guy on there when I was on there, and he went on for 15 minutes. He didn't make a fucking point one. And then I get passionate sometimes when I talk about something. And he was like, "Bro, are you okay?" I'm like, "Dude, or you're the one that didn't even make a point, and you talked for 15 minutes. I'm just trying to make a point. That's all I'm doing. It took me 15 seconds."
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end it off, and then I'm probably gonna go live Saturday, I think, and then we'll have more stuff to talk about. I'm gonna be more organized with this stuff and everything, and then once we get a good platform, it'll run more smoothly, and we won't have people, cutting out and all this stuff. But I appreciate y'all coming on, man. I really do.
Yeah, it was a good talk.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Anytime, man.
Yeah. All right, man. I will catch y'all later.
All right, catch y'all later.
See ya.
Yeah, for sure.